Yes, sir.
If y'all have questions, by all means, like,
I did.
you can ask questions.
Just
Yes,
start
sir.
with
Good.
where you work and the hours you work, because I'm just curious as to what time is your shift.
Okay. Yeah, so my name is Carmelo Peña, and as you're aware, I met Nadine at church, and I currently work for the Windsor Police Department. I'm currently a supervisor there. I've been there since 2008, which puts me like around 18 years now, so I have like 25-year department, so I have like 7 years left before I can retire. I currently work from Sunday to Thursday with Friday, Saturdays off. And my shift is typically from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. That doesn't mean that I can't work other shifts, like 3 p.m. to 11 or 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning. Before January, I worked the midnight shift for about 2 years, which was like 11 p.m. to like 7 a.m. And then sometimes you'll get ordered to work like other shifts, so you can work like 16-hour days. So I've done that for a while. But my background, I was in the military for 21 years, and I retired from the military, and I've been doing this job, like I said, in 2008, and it's been a really good job. It's very different. Things are different every day. That's why I like it, and you're not stuck to like inside your office. Like my office is my cruiser. Well, when I first got on, my office was my cruiser, which we'll see later. And then when I got promoted, I have like a little like area, kind of like, there's like 6 desks as well, because there's five others in the supervisors in the patrol division. So I have like a little desk where I have to like read reports, do scheduling and things like that, like administrative tasks. So I'm there, I'm in my cruiser, and then some things I also do at work, some additional duties that I have. I'm a taser instructor, I'm a firearms instructor, so I teach people how to use their tasers. I teach officers how to use their pistols, their rifles as well. I'm a rifle instructor. I've also been part of the SWAT team for about 15 years, and I'm currently the team leader for the snipers. That's kind of like my role. So that's me in a nutshell. It's nothing special, nothing exciting, but the job has been very good to me.
Do you have to go to school to learn any of that stuff?
Yeah, so the police academy is about 6 months, give or take, and it's a lot of fun. When I went through it, you stay there from Monday to Friday. You live at the academy, and then you go home Saturday, Sundays. And then after your police academy, you then go through a 16-week field training, which is you sit where you have a field training officer that's assigned to you, and he's teaching you the ways of Windsor, essentially, how to like work the streets, respond to calls, and they kind of guide you through those steps, and that's kind of like the field training program. So 6 months in the academy, 16 weeks in FTO, and then you're like by yourself, which is kind of like, I remember my first day when I was in my cruiser alone. It felt so good because I didn't have someone next to me, because the FTO is like on the passenger side the whole entire time, making sure that you're doing things right, and they evaluate you every day, and they write a report on you every day, just to see how you're progressing in the program. And yeah, so that first day you're by yourself, you just like stretch out, do whatever you want. Feels good. You're in your car, just driving around. So that's a good time. So yeah.
How did that first call feel when you went on that first call by yourself?
It was kind of like nerve-wracking a little bit, because you don't have anybody there to hold your hand, or to talk to. It was nerve-wracking, but at the same time it was fun because you're by yourself.
What does FTO stand for?
Field training. So field training officer is so it's a field training program, and then like myself, I was an FTO as well. So it's a field training officer, and that you'll go to like I think it's like 1 week, and they just teach you kind of like how to like complete like the evaluation forms and things like that. It's really, the job already, and you're teaching the job to somebody else. They just tell you kind of like how to document that. That's pretty much what that school is for. So. And SWAT training. So when I got into SWAT, that was like a 2 week, that was a 2 week course that you have to go through to get like your basic SWAT school. And then there's another thing that we sent people, it's called Direct Action Resource Center, that's about another week. That's about 90 hours in 1 week that you train. And it's very intense, very good, a lot of fun. And then of course you go, like I became a sniper at some point, and that was about a week-long course. And then eventually I became a team leader, so in charge of the snipers.
What is it, or who is a sniper? What does a sniper do?
What's a sniper do?
Yeah.
So that's they're observers. So they have like the really long rifles with the scopes, and they can see from really far. So if I'm sitting in this house, I can probably like see like far. I don't know how to actually explain it. And we're the ones that sometimes will give out the information to our team to make sure if anything changes, any changes in the house or anything like that. And if we have to take any lethal shot, then we can take that from a distance. So,
SWAT stands for Special Weapons and Tactics.
yep,
I remember that from a long time ago when they used to have the SWAT team on TV.
yeah. Yeah.
So as far as snipers goes, they use that like when presidents are out or people are out doing campaigning and stuff, and they have people on different roofs and stuff. Are those where the snipers come
Yep,
into?
those are kind of like your snipers. They're on roofs, looking down, just observing, being the observers, passing out information. Any other questions?
Do you have to go through, like, before you get into SWAT, do you have to be, like, in the army or anything before you get into SWAT?
So not necessarily. You do have to have like some type of experience. So like for our department, it takes about 3 years before you can even apply to even get on the team. So there's a process to it. So you one, have to have time in service, and then two, you have to get tested. So our testing is like a PT test. How do you shoot your service weapon? Can you handle a rifle? And then pass the call, pass the PT test. And then there's an interview process that you have to go through in order to even get on the team.
What's a PT test?
Physical fitness test. So our department, every year we do a physical fitness test at the 40th percentile, which is you have to do sit-ups, push-ups, 300-meter sprint, and a 1.5 mile run. So you have to do that every year. And it goes by like your age bracket. So, like if you're 21 years old, I think you have to do like 29. You're like the minimum is like 29. Like I think it's push-ups for 1 minute. So you have a minute to do your sit-ups. You have a minute to do your push-ups, and then 300-meter sprint, and then a 1.5 mile run.
Is it
You
hard?
mentioned
Is it hard?
No, I mean, it's hard to get into the police department.
So to get into the police department, it can be difficult because there's a long process. So one, you have to apply, and then two, you have to take there's a test that you have to take, and then after that test, you do a background investigation. Then you do you test. If you pass the test, then you do your physical agility test, and then if you pass your physical agility test, you'll then you'll then be scheduled for an interview, and then if you pass the interview process, you'll then go through a background investigation, and then while the background investigation is happening, you'll get a polygraph test, so like a lie detector test. They'll hook you up to like a machine, and they'll ask you about like 300 questions, and then you have to answer all these questions, and it'll tell you whether you're lying or not. And then there's a psychological test that you have to take, and you have to fill out another form, which is about, 400 or 500 questions. And then you speak to the person that gave you the test. So the process is written test, physical fitness test, background, polygraph test, psychological test, and then interview with the chief. And from there, you'll know whether you become a police officer or not. It's one of the rarest jobs that you like get hooked up to a lie detector test.
So how long would that take, like with all those questions, like the 400 questions?
So as long as it takes for you to answer them, to be honest. So like for me, I sat there, I was there for a long time, maybe about an hour, just going through it, you know.
So even when they had you on the live detector test and they asked you all these questions, only an
So
hour?
what happens is you have to fill out a form. Well, you answer all those questions, all the 400 questions, or 300 questions. You answer those, and then they hook you up to the lie detector test, and then they pick and choose which questions to answer. So they won't go through all those questions, but they'll go through a good portion of them, and then they try to see if they can get you alive. Really, it's a way to try to like filter people throughout through the process.
So what's the minimum age to get into the police
So
force?
you have to be
And
21 years old.
21.
Yeah,
Okay,
you have to be
and
21.
so that means then after high school, because most people finish high school by 18, so there's a 3-year gap.
Yep.
So are students then expected to get any form of education before applying at age 21?
I mean, you can. So some police departments require like an associate's degree. Some police departments, all you need is a high school degree.
Can you go in with a GED?
Yep, you can go in GED. It's equivalent to a high school degree. So that's fine. If you're a homeschooler, so like my son, we homeschool my son, and he graduated. We graduated him out of the homeschool high school, and he has a diploma. He ended up joining the Army as well. He did his time there, but
The army? What is this? The army? You went into the army?
Mello, yeah, Mello went to the
Oh, no,
Army.
no, you.
Oh, me, yeah, I did too, yeah.
Okay, so what was that? How did you get into the army and how did you then transition to being a policeman?
So the Army, I joined the Army in 2000, and it was the Army National Guard. So at that point, it was kind of like, it's part-time. So you go in the weekend, and then you do 2 weeks in a year, and then if you deploy, then, you have to leave like within a year time frame or something like that, I've had like 2 deployments, and I was gone for a year, working somewhere else for about a year. So that is, basic training. Then you go to like AIT, which is Advanced Individual Training, which is to learn your job. Yeah. And then, of course, it's part-time, so I'm available to work. So I ended up, joining the police department while I was doing the Army at the same time.
Okay. I thought you were gone for longer than that. Seemed.
Yeah, I was gone. No, I was gone a few times. So
Okay.
it was like in spurts that I was gone. So 1 year I was gone, for about a year. Another year, same thing. Like almost like every other year I was gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
So what is your, without going into specifics, what is your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of the job is playing basketball with kids. Pretty much. That's my favorite.
With kids, how are you on the job with children? What does that mean?
Yeah, so like if kids are outside in the park playing basketball, I'll drive to the park, I'll get out my car and I'll play basketball with them. Or if they're on the street shooting hoops, I'll come out and I think I shoot hoops with you and we'll shoot hoops. That's like,
So you develop a really good rapport with the youth, which is great.
yeah, it's a good time. Yeah. Try to keep me young, Yeah, yeah.
Here we were thinking that you're running around trying to catch criminals and you're playing basketball.
What was that?
We're here thinking that you're running around trying to find criminals and you're playing
Oh, I
basketball.
play basketball all the time. All the time.
Is any research that shows that helps to reduce crime for the young people?
There is stuff out there like community policing, like it helps. Really, I do that so we can bridge the gap of people like how they view
Oh, yes.
police, right? So that's why I do it. I mean, I really enjoy playing basketball, but connecting with the community that way is good. It's funny because you can see it where, you have like 2-3 kids on the street, playing hoops, and you come out, and next thing you know, you see like everyone else come out and just watch. And of course, these are the days now where people have like their cell phones out and they're like recording, which I'm not a big fan of, but
Happens.
that's what it is. So I'm getting used to it now.
But that's good PR for
It
the police
is.
department.
Yeah, it is. I just wish it wasn't on, on my dime, but it is what it is, right? But the fact is that, the kids enjoy it. Um, yeah, I'll leave it at that, yeah. That's what I'm talking
Just now you mentioned that you were trained by your trainer FTP, FTO,
about.
FTO,
Yep.
and now you're on your own. But when we watch movies, police officers are most times with partners, right? How is that different?
So some
here?
police departments, you can have like a partner. They're big, they're large enough where they're assigned 2 people to a car. Our police department, we're not that big, we're a medium-sized department, so everyone's in their car by themselves after they finish their training.
Okay. And you also mentioned that you're with the Windsor Police Department.
Yep.
So is that the restricted area of your jurisdiction, or can you perform your officer duties in other towns?
So it depends, so yes and no. So things that happen in Windsor, we take care of like Windsor, that's my jurisdiction. If there's any like felony acts that occurs, like, serious crime that occurs outside of our jurisdiction, we can act as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in your hometown, so you don't live in Windsor, as far as I can recall.
Nope.
But so you have no jurisdiction over anything that happens there, or unless it's a thug, like you said.
No, so if stuff happens outside, I mean, again, it has to be something like egregious, something violent, I can assist, but it would be that town's responsibility to like have you like make the arrests and all that stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
When you play basketball, do you have to take off your equipment?
What you see, what you get. This is
So
what
you
I do.
play. So you play with those on.
Yep, I play just in this.
Please tell us about all the things you have on you.
Okay, so I have, of course, my firearm. I have my taser. I have my flashlight. This is my flashlight. I have my pepper spray, my handcuff, my radio, and then this is like my ammo for my gun. And in the back, I have like for medical gloves, and then a belt pouch, which is like a little pouch that I can like take that, like, I would move it and I can like store stuff in there. So that's pretty, my radio, my body cam that's required to have at all times.
Is it on all the time?
And my vest. Yep, it's on right now, but it's not recording. So, but. It's not, so it's recording, like right now I can go back and I can like, but it's not like no voice, so it's not recording like our conversation. If it's red, now it's recording, like now I can hear everyone and all that stuff, so. Yep.
Do you have to charge those every night?
Yep, we have a docking station, we have to put it in there every night because it downloads all the information and it's stored. Yep. Oh, and my knife, my pen, my handcuff key. This is my tourniquet, so if something was to happen to me, I can apply a tourniquet if I'm injured.
That's smart.
That's all I do.
And the vest. Tell us about the vest.
Oh, yep, the vest is, it's my bulletproof vest, but it's looked like it was like part of my uniform, but yeah, it can stop, handgun rounds. Obviously it doesn't cover like everything, it just covers my vital organs.
So if you lose an item, is there like a tracker on it so you can track it or no?
No, if I lose it, it'll get replaced, yeah, it's gone.
You're in big trouble now, right?
Yeah, it depends, not necessarily, it depends for how I lost it, so.
What are the stripes on
Oh,
your?
my baton. I have a baton. Yeah, this doesn't come out very often, but
Whoa! Yeah, looks like that would hurt.
yeah.
What about the stripes on your clothes? What do those mean?
So this is just signifying that I'm a supervisor, a sergeant. Yep, it's my rank.
So we go from one stripe up. So the first officer would have first level. If I get hired, and my
If you get
first
hired,
level,
then you have nothing.
nothing.
There's
Okay.
nothing on your, then when you get promoted, you get the sergeant. Yep. And then this year, I'll get like a rocker.
You get your what?
A a rocker, so something that goes underneath there.
Okay.
So become like a sergeant to like staff sergeant, and then that's it. And then the next rank is lieutenant.
Okay. Lieutenant stays at the office and they don't go on the street, or they.
Yeah, lieutenants are administrators, so they just do office work. Same with the captains and the chief.
But you're not looking forward to that, right?
I'm looking. I think I'll apply to be a lieutenant.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's needed. Yeah.
What was, I know you can't do details, but what was your most difficult job?
My most difficult, I would say, has to do with an infant.
Baby.
Yeah.
An
That's probably
infant.
An infant. Yeah.
What do you mean? An infant? Like what? Like a. Is
Like a
it,
baby, like not even a year old. Not even a year old.
what did you have to do with the infant?
CPR. Yeah.
Did
Oh.
you save it?
Oh.
That is hard.
Yeah.
That is
And that's just one of the many calls that, yeah, a lot of calls that, that's one thing about the job is like you're going to like a place where everyone's at their worst all the time,
hard.
you know? So, yeah.
How many calls do you get per day?
How many calls do I get per day? So it depends on the district that you work. So when I was a patrolman and I was on my own, it varied. So if you work during the day, I can probably get 10 calls. I can get no calls. So it really varies on your shift, by your shift. So like first shift is busy, second shift is busy. The midnight shift, not so busy, but you have to be proactive to get what you want to do. So. Anything else?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry. My daughter Nicole works at St. Francis Hospital and she works in ICU and she has to deal with people dying all the time. And I ask her, how do you cope with all that? So in your job, do you have a specific way you cope with things that are like overwhelming?
I think we just desensitize. That's the word.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's what we do. However, I exercise, so I play sports. So basketball is like my outlet. And then I go to the range and I shoot my gun. So
That helps release your stress.
very therapeutic.
I don't know what Nicole does, but
Yeah.
How precise is your aim?
Huh?
How precise is your aim?
Pretty good.
Have you ever had to shoot somebody?
Nope.
What was the question?
Praise the Lord.
What was the question?
Have I had to take it out a lot? Yeah, I've taken it out a lot.
I asked
What
if you
was
had
the
to shoot
question?
somebody.
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
If I had to shoot anybody.
Oh.
When you were in the military, did you shoot people?
Nope.
Wow, that's great.
Nope. Praise God.
So you know, Desmond Doss is our example of someone who, as a Christian, decided that he would not carry arms. If you go into the police force, we have that option of not carrying a gun if we don't want to?
I have not, I don't know of anyone as a police officer who does not carry a firearm. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know any Desmond Dosses in the police department.
Hmm.
But it's, I mean, not to say, I mean, well, your Desmond Dosses are like your medics, like paramedics.
Yeah.
So those are kind of like your Desmond Dosses, because they also go, well, they don't go into things because we have to make sure the scene is safe. So yeah, your Desmond Dosses are like your paramedics, your EMS, things like that.
You have paramedics in the police force?
We don't have, well, right now we have a paramedic, but that's because he did that job before he became an officer. But I think he lost that certification. I mean, we have to keep that certification going. I think he lost it, but he hasn't lost his skill as a paramedic. So we have like paramedics, we have EMS and things like emergency services. We also are like first responders as well, so we have like the basic line to help people. So, yeah. Any other questions?
Have you saved people with CPR?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A few times actually. Yeah.
They just had that class.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's, well, I can tell you that just the day before yesterday, I had to take a guy out of a boat and we were doing CPR.
Out of a boat, you said?
Out of a boat, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were doing CPR. I don't know if he made it or not, because the medic showed up and they transported him. Yeah, so I don't know what the end result was, but yeah. Anything else?
Have you, what's your most exciting scene? Like, have you done one of those chase scenes? Can we watch you on TV one of these times, chasing someone
My
on the
most
highway?
exciting call?
Like, you know, like one of those chase scenes that we watch and...
So I can tell you, so I had a few good calls. So yeah, I've had I had foot chases I've done a few times. I ran a quarter of a mile to catch somebody.
Did you?
Yep, we caught him. Yep, we caught him.
Was it through teamwork or just by you?
Myself, and then someone came was behind me, and then we ended up.
So with your intercom, can you talk to your partner via running? Like, he's
Yep.
over here and I'm here, you go there?
Yep, pretty
That's
much. Yeah. So the guy fled on foot. I was behind. The person was behind me, and I was telling her, "It's okay. He's gonna tire out. Don't worry about it." And he ended up tiring out, and we ended up getting him.
Did you say her? It was
Her,
a
yeah.
woman? It was a woman?
Yep, it was a woman. Yep. She was with me. Anything else? What you got?
What's the difference with policing in real life and in the movies?
Policing in real life and in the movies?
Like, they know because they want to.
Depends. Like, what movie we talking about? Because I mean,
The rookie.
What was it? What
The
was
Rookie?
Rookie, okay.
is it a movie or is that a show?
It's a
show.
show. It's a series.
Yeah,
Is it serious? So I've never watched it. So
Oh, it's good.
is it good?
Did you watch SWAT?
SWAT?
SWAT
This is
on
SWAT,
Netflix.
yes.
Is that the
Um,
old one or a new one?
New
Oh,
one.
no, all these are new shows.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen. All that stuff doesn't happen that fast. You know, realistically, there's like, you know, a show lasts like an hour, right? Our investigations lasted for like days and months. So just to put it into perspective. And what they do sometimes is not realistic, you know. So yeah, it's not too realistic. But there are some shows that are somewhat realistic, but I can't remember there. I remember watching something like, oh, that's kind of
Do
realistic.
you work with detectives?
Yep, we have detectives. We do, and I also, well, I'm not their supervisor, but you know, when I'm on my own and I can call in the detective. So like on a Sunday,
What does a detective actually do?
investigate.
Investigate the scene or investigate the people?
They,
How the-
all of this, so they invest, so we do our initial response, and then if I feel like I need a detective, I'll call the resource and they'll come in. So for instance, a burglary, if a burglary occurs, then I'll call the detective to process the scene.
Okay.
They'll take pictures, fingerprints, all that stuff, interview people, and they'll do all the follow-up.
They do all the forensics, is that what they call it?
Yep. Our officers can also have the ability to do that, so we're also trained to do it, but I prefer that a detective to do it.
Did you ever think of becoming an investigator or detective?
No, that's not something I wanna do. I like to be like out in the streets. I mean, not to say that they are not in the streets, but I prefer to be out in the streets. Like, you know, they have like a lot of administrative like work, a lot of reports, a lot of search warrants, a lot of, you know, just a lot of investigative reports. So that's not my cup of tea. My cup of tea
So
is like being
policeman
out in the
has
streets.
to be really good with people.
Yep, good communication skills, yeah. Know how to de-escalate situations. Patience, have patience.
Have you ever had to like respond to a homicide or any type of?
Yep.
Can you deal with seeing it?
Have no choice.
Oh. And you feel nauseous?
No, that doesn't really bother me.
In the town that's right next to mine in Chaplin, did you hear, they found body parts in the woods. So have they ever done that? Yeah, it's gross and crazy.
Have I had that in my career? I haven't had body parts, but like finding like bodies, like yeah, I've had that.
Oh, was that the one that was like connected to like the ones that were in like Massachusetts and Rhode Island and Connecticut?
I don't know.
Cause like cause there were like there was like this thing. I think it was like either last year or the year before where they had like a connection of different like they were finding like different bodies like either by the river in like
I think
Springfield and
This was a complete body. Found some hikers in the woods found this in Chaplin.
When was that?
God, I think it was a complete person.
When?
But they think it might have been some person that was there for like months.
When?
That was just last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
Oh, moving.
Anything else? Any other questions?
So the official name for the car is a cruiser, or do you call it a shop too? Because in the show I watched, they called it like a shop. I was like, is that the correct term?
Cruiser.
If I just called it that as like
Okay, so that's
Police cruiser, yeah.
so that's a good trick. Okay, go ahead, Elizabeth.
Do you really like donuts?
Lizzie.
Do you like donuts?
I do.
So do I. Everybody like.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like donuts?
donuts?
Now, do you find myself like eating donuts all the time? No. No. That's just one of those things, but everyone loves donuts, right? Yeah.
Okay, so now we can segue. That was a good way to segue to the car.
Yeah, go see the car.
All right, let's head on down.